Hi guys, I've just been editing the video where I made this cardboard glider, which didn't work. In fact, I've titled the video something like Grandad Makes a Rubbish Cardboard Glider. It was based on a video that I shot in a charity shop in 2018 where I was looking at a little foam glider. I didn't buy it, I just looked at it and filmed it while I was in the charity shop, and then however many years later that is, 3 years later, had a comment on that video that inspired me to have a go at making one myself. So I looked at the video and drew that shape because I thought that was a fairly good representation of what I could see on the screen. Made it out of cardboard. It didn't fly. I ended up trimming it quite a bit, which is why that doesn't look anything like the original. And it really didn't fly. So I've just been editing that video and I thought I do still have some foam plates up in my stock. I'm not even sure if you can buy them anymore because what with everybody going green and that, we don't get foam plates very often. So that's quite an old stock there, but I did think I could have a go at making one out of foam, see if it'd fly any better. So I could just use that again, or slightly modify it, because I think I've made it too long. I think it should be narrower and fatter. Or I actually held that piece of paper up on the screen and drew around it. So I might try that, but obviously I've made that quite a bit bigger because that's not going to be, well, I have to make it in 2 pieces at least. And when it was up on the screen, it would have been at an angle like that anyway, so that isn't a perfect representation of what it should have been. In fact, what I've done is I've folded it in half, and we'll use half of it. So I think I'll cut that out, put it on a bit of foam, put a bit of tape or something down the middle to join it together, and we need to figure out the shape of the fuselage. Couldn't see that in the video because the wing was over the fuselage, so we couldn't see what shape it was. So I guessed it for there, so I'll have to guess it again for this one. But that's what I'm going to do. A couple of foam plates, cut that out in the flat section in the bottom, tape it together or glue it together and see if we can get that to fly. Okay, we can tape that or glue it, and then we need to figure out some sort of fuselage. It's going to be something like that. Not sure which would be lightest, glue or tape. Need to straighten the edge anyway. Right. What I always used to use, it's acrylic glue. Oh, there's still some in there. That's pretty old. Put some weight on that. Oh, use the ruler. That'll do. Right, I'll come back later. I'm doing it in bits, so that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece, that's a piece. I need one more piece to go underneath to get hold of to throw it. Had a bit of a disaster just now because I picked up the super glue instead of the acrylic glue. So I've put some super glue on there which eats the foam. I think I may have recovered it in time, but that wasn't intentional. Right, there we are. The fuselage is just little offcuts left over that I've shaped. It's a triple layer on the bottom at the front there to give us a bit of nose weight. I've also scored a line along the tail, along the back of the wing to give us flaps or elevators, whatever you want to call them, which I've bent up a little bit. So we'll see what we can do. As you can see, it's dark out there, so we won't be trying it outdoors. Where are we? 9:15, Sunday the 24th of October. I'll put the camera on the tripod and see if we can get anywhere close to hitting the camera with it. I've just found the glue isn't entirely dry. Oh, you might be able to hear some fireworks going off in the background for some reason. It's a bit early in the year for fireworks. But, yeah, so I'll have to be gentle throwing this. The glue at the back there is not quite dry. Well, if you watch the clock, you'll see that took rather a long time to get on target. One of the problems is, I don't know if I mentioned at the beginning there, before I started flying it, the glue's not dry on the bottom. And it was sticking to my fingers when I was launching it. It's still not dry, it's still wobbling around on the bottom. And I had to add a bit of weight, nose weight, to balance it right. But that is now flying okay. It's not perfect by any means, but it's flying okay. Where's my centre of gravity? Still quite a long way forwards. And it is quite sensitive to any adjustments. But yeah, we got a flying foam plate glider. Haven't done one of those for a long time. Thanks for watching. If you want more information, check down below in the video description. If you like this video, you might like this one up here. And if you want to subscribe, you can check out my channel over here. Up here is my latest video on my channel, and down here is a video playlist associated with the video you've just watched. Thanks again for watching.